All right, let's just get into let's just fucking like a Band-Aid.
This is like a Band-Aid. You're saying put the Band-Aid on.
Yeah.
This is like
put
putting
it on
a Band-Aid on, knowing that we will... Like how every Band-Aid comes with the knowledge that eventually you'll have to remove this Band-Aid.
Okay.
Let's start Digimon. Hey, let's do a quick sync while we're on this menu.
Well, we do have to listen to the Idolmaster 2 theme.
Honestly, that's a good enough sync for me.
That's a good one. Up, up, down, down, up, up, up. Yeah, here's another reason I need to take this home is I've been wanting to play Tomb Raider 1. It's on my PlayStation 3.
You've been wanting to play Idolmasters 2 and Tomb Raider 1?
Yeah, I've been wanting to play the demo for Idolmaster 2 in Japanese.
Oh, right. I forgot you don't have the game.
Yeah,
it's
no,
been the demo.
I genuinely only have it because I like the music it plays on the system menu.
I thought you had it because Courtney was like, play Idolmasters with me.
No, that's why I downloaded the demo.
Oh, okay. It's a good song.
Yeah, we love that. Hey, remember Ratchet and Clank? Remember Resident Evil? You know about these things? Hey,
I know about these things.
You know about Star Wars Dark Forces? Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah. Oh, I've heard of Star Wars Dark Forces.
You know about Kyle Katarn and Ex-Imperial?
Yeah, I think I know a thing or two about Kyle Katarn.
Yeah, I know about you. And your long history with Spyro the Dragon.
Kyle Katarn, the Eternal Foil, is Luke Skywalker. You can't have a Luke Skywalker without a Kyle Katarn.
He's a foe, huh?
He's a foil.
And here's Luftrausers. That time people made a Nazi game and we all decided we were cool with it. Anyway,
some people decided they weren't cool with it.
Okay. Oh, Digimon. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're not recording this, are you?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. All right. Well, here we go. We're back. We're finally doing more Digimon after forever. And last time I was like, hey, we need to find a solution to this problem.
And you thought up a solution.
Oh yeah, I thought up a solution immediately.
What was that solution?
The solution was to take our save file off the PlayStation 3, put it on a personal computer, and then emulate this PlayStation 1 game using our file, complete the game on a PC.
Right.
And it's, I mean, I'm not going to say it's the simplest process in the world, but I will admit
I'll say it's the simplest process in the world.
It's the simplest process in the world. And we could have done it at any point in the last, I don't know, 3 years? How long has it been?
2 years. I think it's been 2.
But we didn't do that.
Why not?
I think I didn't want to, so I kept asking you to do it, and then you wouldn't do it. Oh, hey, it froze already.
No, we're good.
Well, I pushed start. I think I caught it,
Oh, sure.
And so we're just playing the game again. It's the same game. And I even have a game doctor now, the thing that like scratches a layer off the disc to help scratch discs if they're not playing correctly.
You keep calling it a game doctor.
Well, it was a game doctor for years. That was its original name. And then one day they had the epiphany that if they didn't market it specifically for games, it actually had lots of other applications, right, so they could sell it to a lot more people.
There's discs in all sorts of things.
Yeah. I genuinely don't know why they called it Game Doctor when it's like, yeah, everyone had like music CDs they wanted fixed.
Right. That honestly probably way more common than having a game that you need fixed is having a CD that got scuffed.
I would think so. Maybe it's that with a CD you just go, I'll just buy another one. It was $12. But with the game, it's like, well, that was $50, $60.
Right.
That's a big investment we lost.
Right.
So here we are.
Here's something. Here's something that never happened. Here's something.
We're in File City.
It's so funny. Everybody's scratching their discs But if the stuff on the disc is important, just trade the disc. It's crazy.
So anyways, I happened to just like in retrospect.
Sorry, we're both really into Jay Leno now. Unironically loving Jay Leno.
We love it's please don't laugh at that impression. That was a homage.
That wasn't
homage. Yeah, we weren't trying to this is the way we go, right? How do we get to Mount Infinity?
Can I repitch what would have been a really great idea?
Okay.
So the money that you pay for a game has almost nothing to do with the material that you have in your hand when you buy a game.
I'm hearing that. I mean, actually, the PlayStation 1, I would argue, was the first time that was true. Because suddenly the games were made of plastic. Before that, they had computer chips in them.
Well, this is what I'm saying. We're talking specifically about discs.
Okay.
Disc-based games.
Dicks?
Dicks.
Dicks. Dicks?
Discs.
Wait, no, it's not funny. Stop laughing. We're talking about discs.
So the cost of the thing, it doesn't have anything to do really with the cost of the CD or the cost of the case. There's a little bit, but like you should just be able to take a fucked up disc and trade it.
Yeah, that's so true.
You should be able to just send in your disc.
You're totally right.
And have them send you back.
You should just get them reissued.
Right. Man, charge me $8, right? Charge me $5 for the price of the disc and the case, wildly marked up, and then a $3 processing. I think anybody would be happy to trade $8 for a replacement of a scratched up disc.
And I am thrilled to let you know that they do actually have this process in place now.
It's called Blockbuster.
No, it's called downloading. Because if you download it and if the copy gets fucked up, you can just re-download it. But then there's a fun after effect of that, which is at some point they turn that off and then they say you can never have this ever again.
Right.
Are you going to attack? What is your fucking deal?
You should tell him to attack again.
Oh, he's out of fucking shit. How do I get his stuff back?
You gotta give it to him.
Oh, fuck.
From your menu.
Oh my god, Digimon World.
But I think the other guy's out of stuff too.
Guys, remember Digimon World? We're all remembering how to play Digimon World.
The other guy's out of stuff too, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, the other guy's out of stuff too.
These are... You might... Untrained here might not be picking up on this. These are extremely refined impressions.
I have to say... Because I obviously never was a person who watched Jay Leno.
No.
So I honestly have probably heard more impressions of him than really actually audio of Jay Leno. And so I thought all these lisps were really cruelly exaggerated until I heard him talk. I'm like, oh no, it's actually really pronounced. Almost surprising that they gave him a talk show. And I'm not saying he sucks.
You don't have to cover. We both have lists.
He's not funny,
right?
But I would have thought a TV executive would be like, no, he has a giant lisp. He can't do that.
And he's not funny.
And also, he constantly wears full outfits of denim.
Well, I think that is one of his best elements, right? People love the denim. As you can see,
it's so
from what I'm wearing, everyone loves full denim outfits.
He has a million cars. Every single one is beautiful and fascinating, and all he ever wears is a denim shirt and jeans.
I'm an everyman.
It just goes to show that human beings truly only have enough space in their head for a certain number of things.
Okay. People who are that into cars, I don't want to make a moral judgment.
Wait, Keith, before you go any further, before you say something you can't take back, you should just know I'm a car guy now.
Oh, okay.
Remember how last week I was into birds now? I'm into cars now.
You're into cars now?
Yeah, I still like birds, but I also like cars.
Wow, you really didn't even give the bird thing time to breathe.
Well, I still like the birds. I just saw honestly, Keith, just today in my front yard, an American goldfinch munching on a flower. Took a video, pictures. I can show it to you. You want to see the goldfinch?
I just think it's possible to it's possible to like something without having a personality defining I'm a blank person sort of identity. You can just like birds.
Now,
you don't have to be into birds now.
Now, when you say that you can do that, you mean that in the sort of way that, like, people will talk about, like, you know, physically, theoretically, it could be possible for a minted U.S. penny to spontaneously appear in front of you, like, through spontaneous chemical reaction, but it wouldn't actually happen. Like that same kind of way. Like,
no.
You can like something without being insane about it, but it's 2023 and that's not allowed anymore.
That's your word. But I'll use it. Yeah, you can and this is not how I mean it. I mean that it's actually it's part of liking something for most people is not being insane about it.
And I want to be I do want to point out.
Yeah.
I'm already lost.
Right.
Like, I'm 2 seconds in, I forget where I'm going.
We're going to Mount Olympus?
Mount Panorama?
Don't we have a map?
No.
Isn't there a map in the town?
No.
Yeah, there is.
In the town? Oh my god, there's a fucking... Can that bird just take us wherever? That bird, Dramon?
Yeah, that bird, Dramon. Were you making a joke that you're a car guy now?
No, I mean, you know, I just, I picked up another YouTube hobby, you know, and YouTube's just like, you should start watching this channel now, and I'm like, okay, YouTube, and then I'm like, oh, I have a new hobby now.
God, that's so, see, that is it's not liking something a lot for a month and then forgetting about it that's insane to me. The thing that's insane to me is, like, letting YouTube tell you what to watch. My recommended videos.
Well, it puts a video up there. There's a thumbnail. There's a title. I take it in with my eyeballs. Sometimes it makes me want to watch it. I'm only human, Keith. What I'm supposed to be closing my eyes when these thumbnails come on the screen?
I think so.
I'm not corrupted?
I just think maybe it's me that's being weird, but every time there's a recommended video, I'm always like, I'm ideologically obligated to not watch this.
I'm always like, now I'm always self-conscious about telling people what new things I've been watching on YouTube. Almost for like...
Because they're also getting the same recommended videos.
I feel like when it was just TV, you could just say... Oh, I've been watching this show. You know about it because you know all the shows that are on TV, even if you don't watch them all.
Right.
But there's always this, like, this awkward thing of, like, oh, I discovered this new YouTube channel. And then you're like, yeah, I've also just discovered that. Everyone we know just discovered that YouTube channel because YouTube decides who discovers what.
Yeah. And when.
But yeah, the YouTube channel. So now I'm like, am I gonna say this YouTube channel? And Keith's like, oh yeah, that YouTube channel, obviously.
Okay, what YouTube channel?
Thick Boot on Pens.
Oh yeah, that YouTube channel.
Yeah,
obviously.
no, I didn't even mention Thick Boot on Pens the whole time.
That's the rich guy whose channel is about talking about $3,000 fountain pens.
Yeah, that's well, I mean, he has some videos that aren't about expensive pens.
Yeah,
those
but
are usually the ones that I watch because I'm not interested in the expensive pens.
Oh, you're telling me that you don't want an Urushi pen? You don't want the $10,000 Pilot Urushi?
You know, I'm gonna say right now, this isn't a pose, this isn't a flex. I don't want a $10,000 pen. I'm actually could think of a bunch of other better things to do with $10,000.
Oh yeah, sure, but if it just appeared in front of you like the penny,
I could buy like a third or a quarter of an Ionic 5.
But the thing about the pen, is that if you don't, that you just sell it. You can just have $10,000. You don't want the Namiki Emperor Urushi fountain pen in vermilion?
Is that? Do you have a picture of it on your screen right now?
Sure. Here.
Oh yeah. Well, now I can see why it's $10,000. Obviously.
Well, it's the Urushi. That's why.
It's the really rounded pill-shaped ends they gave it, so it looks like you took a Dr. Mario pill and just stretched it a lot.
That's why. No, Urushi is a complicated process. You collect sap from a tree and then paint it in layers on top of a base.
That's pretty cool.
It's very cool. You know,
now I want this $10,000 pen. See how this happens, people?
Know. Yeah, you're just very impressionable.
It's just what happens when you're interested in things, Keith. And you're an interested
you're
person.
You're kind of like a Dr. Worm type.
I'm interested in things. I'm not a real doctor, but I am a real worm.
Do you know Kintsugi?
Oh, Kintsugi? Yeah, I know Kintsugi. I was actually like one of the first people to get on Kintsugi. So don't tell me about Kintsugi.
Okay, sure. So I would like you to say a little bit less while I explain to the listeners what Kintsugi is.
Thank you, because I'm so sick of talking about it. I don't even want to.
Kintsugi's it is a repair method for broken pottery where you use it looks like gold, but you use a lacquer glue mixed with gold powder to repair pottery. That is done with urushi.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So the thing, it's like if you're a real sicko, you like break it on purpose and then repair it so it looks awesome.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
If you're a real sicko, you break it on purpose. Of course, it is the ultimate pre-ripped jeans, pre-broken vase.
It was like I'm imagining those like the political cartoon sickos, but they're doing urushi.
Yeah. So urushi's done with a lot of stuff, but one of the things that you can do with it is you can use it as a lacquer for like tableware, or if you're Namiki or Pilot. I think Pilot
wait, pause.
Yeah.
I'm calling a pause on this. Pause.
Okay. Pause.
Hey, do you where's our official Digimon World Players Guide?
I think it's right next to me.
Whip it out. Hey bud, whip it out. Show me your Digitamamon. Aw, yeah. Prima's official strategy guide. Comprehensive Digivolution charts, you fucking liars.
So how did Fig Budon pens turn you into a car guy?
I was joking, because Fig Budon pens was the thing I didn't want to say anytime we talked about pens, because I was like, I know Keith knows about Fig Budon pens, and he's just going to be like, oh yeah, Fig Budon pens, I know all about that guy. And he does. He knows all about that guy. Do you ever... So do you watch his videos or do you not watch his videos?
I do not watch. Okay. I do not watch his videos.
So you didn't see his review about the worst pen he ever reviewed?
No.
That he got from a convention that was very bad.
No, I didn't see that.
Well,
it
seen... exists. Oh boy, does it exist? And it's a pretty good video. You might enjoy it for a minute. I don't know.
I've seen his videos before, but I have not seen...
Mount Infinity is separate from Mount Panorama. We're fucked.
Why don't we just reload then? Because we don't want our Digimon to grow old and die.
That would never happen.
That happens all the time. Pretty sure. No judgment or anything on Fig Budon pens. He seems like a nice guy, but he's just like I don't know what his job is, but he could be a doctor or something or a lawyer.
I can just tell from his vibe, he's definitely maybe. Oh, you know what? Maybe this is my personal bias, but I was just gonna guess some kind of fucking tech IT guy, something.
Yeah, he could be something like that. Anyway, he just the way he talks about like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 pens is like very grating to me. So he doesn't only talk about that, but just the way he sort of like half acknowledges, how expensive these pens are, is sort of like, I don't know, just kind of an annoying thing to me, where it's like,
He's got videos on cheaper pens.
He does. He does.
Likes
But
cheaper pens too.
He does. But there's.
He's not like He's not like. I mean, if you don't have $5,000, I guess you could buy this $40 pen.
But there's pen. There are people who are these are the people. Pen people of the people.
Listen, I just don't think. I think if you're trying to tell me that it's normal to be interested in a $10,000 Urushi pen,
yeah,
that you can't also then be like, why is this guy talking about this $10,000 pen?
it's
like
not
it's
that
normal?
he is talking about it; it's his attitude about it.
I don't like your attitude about it.
That's fine.
So, is this the wrong place to be?
You know who I like? You know what pen guy I like?
What pen is?
I like Chris Rapp 52.
There's more one pen guy on
There's
YouTube?
a lot of pen guys on YouTube.
Oh my god.
I like Chris Rapp 52. He basically only buys like sort of AliExpress and Etsy shop level fountain pens. So he's like deeply in the $6 to $30 pen range, and just has like thousands and thousands of these extremely cheap pens. I like him a lot. He's very funny.
Hang on, I'm pause again. Another pause. Real pause this time. All right, let's just I'm gonna walk around. I don't want to do any more random wandering on the recording, so let me just wander for a few more minutes, and then I'll cut it out. Okay, so this is not the right place to be. Oh, I have one of those fucking things that'll just like fly home whenever I want, right? Autopilot. Here we are. Oh my god. You know where the door to Mount Infinity is, Keith?
Is it like literally right next to the...
Yeah, it's literally in File City. Go home! That is not a Rockmon. That is definitely a digital thing. Oh my god. All Rockmons are digital.
Wow.
Holy shit. So anyways, I recently, all the way back to the Skip Doctor that I recently bought. And I feel insane that it took me like 33 years to get a Skip Doctor, because it just seems like a thing I should have gotten forever ago.
Hey, the longer we get away from the time when we were using CDs actively, the more scratched the CDs we have become.
True. True. But I had the biggest problem with scratch discs back then, I feel like, because I was using so many of them.
Right, yeah, sure.
But anyways, I finally have one. And so I'm like, hey, if nothing else, we can try the Skip Doctor on the Digimon World disc.
Right.
Then I get here, I look at the fucking disc. It's practically flawless. It's nothing to do with the scratches. It was just born bad. God just made it this way.
And it's funny because I think that this is a wound that time healed for you, because we always knew this about the disc.
No, I did know. I didn't have, but I knew that it was worse than it should have been considering the scratches, but I didn't realize this copy didn't have scratches.
Right. Yeah.
And remember, we have hey,
what's up? Oh,
that's fine. Reset. One more reset.
Hey, do you need me to turn your volume down a little bit? You're slightly shouting, and I wasn't sure if it was because you're too loud in your headphones.
Oh, no, I think I'm just being loud.
Okay. I just want to make sure that it wasn't too loud. You just got really
No, I
loud
just
during
love
the
being
fight.
loud. Oh, well, yeah, I guess the battle music is a lot louder than everything else. No, the car channel I started watching was Donut.
Donut. Never
Have you
heard
seen
of
that
it.
one? Donut with a U. I still don't know if the channel's named after the spare tire or the like skid circle things. I don't know which donut it is. It could be either one. You know, their vibe is kind of both of those.
What kind of cars are you talking about?
You know, like I don't know, well, lots of kind of cars, but I think they specifically lean towards like I don't know, sports cars,
Street racing?
street sport car, street race, sport car type things. You know, they lower stuff a lot.
Why into cars all of a sudden?
No, like I said, like I just started watching the videos because I needed something to watch.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, you know, like before I was really hoping that my next car would be like an electric car, like a nice quiet thing with like regenerative braking I wouldn't have to bring to a gas station. But now there's like two wolves inside of me, and the impact font on one of the wolves says like loud sports car.
You want a loud car now?
It doesn't have to be that loud, but it could be a little loud.
I don't want a loud car.
How about just manual transmission sports car?
Okay.
And so this,
Why manual transmission?
Because it's fun, and I miss driving the manual. Like the driving manual transmission 10-wheel trucks was hard, but I miss it. It was kind of fun. So I've been using that like auto manual thing in my car because I do have a Corolla SE. It's a sport Corolla. That's a sports car, Keith.
A Corolla?
It's a Corolla SE, Keith. The SE stands
Sports
for
Edition.
Sports Edition.
Right, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a button on it that says sport right on it, and I push it, and the car goes faster when I push the button.
Yeah, my car also has that. My Fiat. Yeah.
That's fun.
It doesn't actually make the car
sport
faster.
Fiat.
It doesn't make the car faster. Do you know what it does do?
Well, I mean, I don't know what yours does.
I am almost positive that they do the same thing.
I mean, I know
It pushes the RPMs further into the red before shifting gears.
I mean, it basically, it stops being like, it stops tuning everything towards gas mileage and instead goes towards like acceleration.
Sure, yeah.
All right, let's fucking. So, but I finally learned. The thing that always confused me about these like auto manual things, where you push the fucking stick over into the M, and then you got plus and minus, and it's like this weird kind of virtual manual transmission thing where it's like very obviously not actually a manual transmission, but like the owner's manual doesn't describe it. I couldn't figure out what was going on with this thing, but I guess I realized that I stopped paying attention again. All right, don't talk to me for 5 minutes.
Sorry, I didn't realize that you needed silence to do this Let's Play. The first fight of the game, basically.
No, I don't
matters.
need that. I just keep fucking up. I just keep fucking up. What are you looking at over there?
I'm looking at your clickbait donut channel here.
I mean, yeah, YouTube is just clickbait now. I don't know if you know about that.
We put $5,000 brakes on our $500 Civic. We're building the world's fastest Walmart motorcycle.
They're funny guys. Cool guys.
Can't remember what I was gonna say. Cars. You know what you got to do? You gotta quit the YouTube habit. Get back into podcasts.
I am back into podcasts in some respect.
Yeah? Like what?
I listen to podcasts.
What are you listening to?
I've been majorly catching up on multiple years of Freedom, which I know is a podcast that you do not listen to for some fucking completely insane reason I don't understand.
Well, you don't listen to Comedy Bang Bang, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I do like it, but yeah, I guess that's just, it's like, Freedom is more of whatever it is that I want out of that thing, and Comedy Bang Bang is more of what you want. Like, you know, it's like, what I love about Freedom is that it's 3 hilarious improv comedians, but that are mostly just
two hilarious improv comedians and Scott Aukerman.
Ooh, no! Oh, no, he didn't! Oh, boy.
I'm just being descriptive.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
Scott's funny. Scott's,
You're right. He's funny, but
he's not an improv comedian.
Oh, no?
No.
Well, okay, you're right. He always was like the straight man on Comedy Bang Bang because he's just the host. Is that?
Yeah. He just, he doesn't do. He always just hosted stuff.
They're funny, but they're mostly just having fun conversations, and they're good friends, and they do that. They do a lot of that stupid friend stuff where it's like one of them accidentally says a lyric to a song in conversation, and they all just immediately break into the song.
Now, here's the thing. The good thing. Comedy Bang Bang has all of that, except one person is pretending to be an insane character.
I don't have any problems with Comedy Bang Bang. It's just not as much my thing. But also on Freedom, they always play some kind of game. It's often like
games.
It's often an improv game, like a drama club type game. Like sometimes they literally just play one of those games from like high school drama clubs, or they have a lot of people, like, they'll write in game suggestions, like, someone, one person is a celebrity, but they don't know which celebrity they are. They have to guess based on how the other people talk to them.
I'll say this. Modern Comedy Bang Bang is missing the games.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
They used to play games. They don't play games anymore.
Oh, there was one really funny moment in Freedom early on when, like, somehow Lauren Lapkus had, like, just heard of the concept of Would You Rather or something and, like, explained it to them. Like, have you heard of this? And Scott was like, we play this on, like, every episode of Comedy Bang Bang. And she's like, oh, yeah, I don't listen to that. He's like, yeah, I know you don't.
She hasn't really even been on it in, like, 2 years.
That's too bad.
Which is crazy, because she's been doing Freedom this whole time.
And I'm remembering now, I've still never listened to with special guest Lauren Lapkus.
That show's amazing. I mean, it also hasn't existed.
Yeah, it ended
in years.
Yeah,
but when it was happening, it was really good.
It sounds really good. Lauren has a baby now.
I know.
Scott has a baby now.
I know. It is weird.
And I didn't know about either of those two things a couple weeks ago until I caught up on the podcast.
Yeah, that is why they say that Lauren has been on Comedy Bang Bang, but has been on Freedom again. Has been on Freedom the whole time. So
yeah,
maybe just I only have time for one podcast a week. That's fair. I can't be on Comedy Bang Bang 6 times a year or whatever.
Yeah, and she also has like she has her own. I think she's doing like Raised by TV and Newcomers.
Raised by TV is still on. I don't know.
Or maybe Raised by TV became Newcomers, which is a slightly different thing. It's where they'll watch all of a popular pop culture franchise that they haven't experienced. Like this week, we're watching all the Fast and Furious movies.
Sure. Does it still have John
Gabris?
John Gabris, yeah. So there's a lot of Johns in comedy, and there's
a lot of Johns in the world. Let's just put it right out there. Or no beating around the bush here. A lot of Johns.
There's a guy named John Gemberling who isn't.
No, there's not.
There is. Who isn't very similar to John Gabris, but they have enough of the same parts to their name that I kind of freeze whenever I have to try to remember one of them. You know what you should listen to?
Byzantium and Friends? I already do.
No. I don't know what that is.
It's a podcast about Byzantium with friends.
You should just go and listen to the Comedy Bang Bang best ofs.
Yeah, those are definitely good. That's a thing I've done.
Yeah.
Listen to the year-end wrap-ups.
Listen to last year's best of.
Yeah,
not
those are good.
the I can't remember.
Yeah. I want to be clear. I don't have to be sold on Comedy Bang Bang.
No, I'm just putting it in your head.
Okay.
That I can't remember if it was the most recent one or the one before that like was an especially good one.
Pitomon.
Pitiful monster.
What item is this even? A sage fruit? Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds like a permanent upgrade type thing. Yeah! Eat that shit.
Okay, so it must have been, so the 22 best of was the best of, and one of the best years of Comedy Bang Bang in recent memory.
I went backwards.
Oh no. I actually think I pitched you on one of these
I think I
episodes.
heckadonked it. Oh, this one's not, one of them's not participating.
Oh, weird. Too sad. Too sad to fight.
Yeah, he's in a funk.
Is this fight happening? What's going on?
Yeah, you know, it's
There we go.
just, I mean, hey,
Just
the
needs
fact
to
that the
work.
fight's load at all, we're already way ahead of last time.
Funniest episode of Comedy Bang Bang in years, probably. It's the backyard era. This is a sort of like post-pandemic.
Oh my
post-Zoom.
god, that's because you know it's funny. There was a backyard era of Freedom too,
Right.
of course.
So Gil Ozeri, who's a really, really funny improviser, came in and
God.
played a character. This was like, this was the second episode of the year. It was January 8th, and I'm just like, here it is. This is the best episode there will be all year. I was thinking about it all year. Everyone was referencing it all year, and then I was right. It was the #1 thing for the year, and it was very funny. The year was great. It was a really, really good year for Comedy Bang Bang. But to have on January 8th already know nothing is going to top this. He comes on as a little cuboid robot named Dr. Sweet Chat, the small talk robot. And he's using a keyboard with a vocoder on it to talk. And he is the joke of it really is that he's #1, not very good at small talk. #2, almost impossible to hear and understand.
Great.
And so, like, everything he says has to be repeated 2-3 times. It's so funny. It's hilarious. I cannot emphasize enough how funny not being able to understand this weird robot is. It became the year of Oh No.
The year of Oh No.
Yeah.
Good. Now, Keith, if we could really get back to the business at hand.
Yeah.
The transmission in my car.
Sure. What's going on with the transmission?
Well, I learned about that my car has a kind of transmission that I didn't even know existed.
Oh, right. This is the auto manual thing you're talking about.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, well, it makes sense. Now I understand why I didn't understand my transmission before, is because I didn't know that this was possible. And also, apparently, it's a bad thing, and car people don't like it. But I have a continually variable transmission. I don't know if auto manual is always this or not. Do you know about these?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
So the idea here is that it does not have bespoke gear ratios. It has essentially like an analog range in which it can do any ratio within that range, and it can change on the fly even while torque is being applied by the gas, using the gas pedal to run the engine. And so, and this is like largely for, I guess, fuel efficiency.
Sure.
But it's crazy because it's like if you think of like a bike chain, and then imagine that like the two gear wheels on the chain can like
grow and shrink
whenever they want, and there is a metal chain in between it. And then when you go to the auto manual thing, that's when they start imposing like actually stepped gear ratios. Though I think even in there, it still is like a range more than a literal
So
ratio.
it's a fuel efficiency thing, so it sounds good, actually.
I think it's good for fuel efficiency. I think it is that traditionally CVTs have not been reliable over time. So, but like I went on YouTube and searched like CVT, and I found like a bunch of videos from like 7 years ago being like, these things are terrible, never buy one. And then I saw a couple from like a year or two ago being like, they're okay for like sports cars if you think about it. Let me convince you of this. You know, I saw a video of a guy being like, if you wanted a sports car, really anyone would want a manual transmission. But if for some insane reason you wanted an automatic, the CVTs with the auto manual are really cool because they have some features that make it feel like a double clutch transmission, which I think is like when you have like the shifter paddles on the steering wheel, basically.
Sure.
Which is what it is. Like I have the shifter paddles on my car. Do you have that?
No, I have forward, backward on the thing itself.
Yeah, I have both of those.
I never use it. Sometimes that's not fair. Once a month, I'll use it for a few minutes just for fun. But I immediately forget that I'm using it and fuck it up.
Right. I think for me what it was. Oh shit! You don't you do anything. All right. I think like.
Have you made progress? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm making my way downtown,
Walking past faces, face.
yeah, and I'm Mon bound.
You're Mon bound.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da. So like I think 1 or 2 cars ago I had the shifter paddles or something and like accidentally activated the manual mode when I didn't mean to and somehow stalled the car out, and that freaked me out and made me not want to ever do that again. So then I was always like too nervous to try it, and then I was also disconcerted by the fact that I was like, I know how to use a manual transmission, but I know that's not what this is, and I am not understanding how it works. But now I feel like I understand it more. I've been like kind of using the auto manual mode a lot more for the past week, and so far it's all been cool. I've like been enjoying driving more. My car is like zippier at lower speeds, you know, in acceleration, and my drives have been less boring because I have something that's like keeping my attention. But I have had one small problem accidentally where I wanted to jump back 30 minutes on a podcast, and instead of pushing the skip back button on the steering wheel, I hit the downshift paddle on the steering wheel.
Oh no.
It didn't cause any issues, but
That'll get you a loud car really fast.
Oh yeah, and I told you about the thing I was testing on my way here was there was like a loose piece of plastic under my car that for like the last 2 years has like rattled anytime my car went past 80 miles per hour. Which is like obviously not an urgent thing to fix because I'm not supposed to be driving above 80 miles per hour. So anytime my car would start rattling, I'd just be like, fair enough, I should slow down. But I did
Yeah, 80's too fast.
I went on my back this morning and used duct tape to duct tape like the plastic skid plate under my car back up. Because I looked down there and I realized it was like sagging down like a full 3 inches or something in the middle, like a bolt had come loose or something. So I was like, oh, so when I've been hearing my car scrape the ground every time I went into my driveway for the past year, I wasn't actually scraping my car. It was just this dumb bit of plastic hanging down. But I got in there, duct taped it, and then on the way here,
nice.
No rattling.
Nice.
Duct
you go
tape
over 80?
to the rescue again. no, I didn't go over 80, but I just imagine that if I had gone over 80, I wouldn't have heard any rattling.
I can't imagine going over 80. That's so
on
fast.
my way here, I actually did stop off for some private track time on a private closed circuit.
Yeah.
And I went over 80 on that, which is legal to do.
Yeah.
And it didn't rattle at all.
80's so fast.
It's not so fast.
It is so fast.
It was actually kind of wild. Like, come on, Andromon, you stupid shit. Stop
Finish.
it. Moderate your actions. Thank you. Now attack, you dummy.
Wham on it.
I'm wearing.
Wham on it. Hell yeah.
On the way over here, it was like a packed highway. Like, it was kind of like there was traffic.
Yeah.
But like we were all going 70 or higher the whole time. It was one of those things like we're all on the same page. We're just gonna drive really fast and hope none of us die.
So it wasn't traffic, it was just busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, I was worried when you were gonna come over and then you waited almost an hour and then came over. I was like, I'm gonna hit traffic.
Am I gonna hit traffic?
Yeah, but yeah, traffic happens at really weird times coming into Providence.
Gotcha.
You'll get a lot of traffic around 3 o'clock.
Come on. Both of you. No,
Are you making
Keith,
progress? What is happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just sorry. What's happening is I am in a dungeon where every floor is completely identical,
right,
and filled with the same kinds of monsters.
Right. It's a very cool kind of last level where they save the most visually boring,
most visually confusing thing for the end. Yeah, that's real classic video games.
Yeah.
Shame they don't do that as much anymore.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the last level's just gonna be fucked.
It sort of makes sense because it's like, put your biggest stuff where people are actually gonna see it.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me, like, you know, like I'm playing, you know, Xbox now tells you like what % of people have gotten a trophy or an achievement. Yeah. And it'll be something like, hey, you this is a 4-year-old game and you just beat a level halfway through the game. Here's an achievement for beating that level. Only 20% of people have done this. And it's like only 20% of the people made it halfway through this game.
I feel like just as often I'm shocked by like I get like an achievement that to me was like hard or really specific, and it's like, oh, 60% of people got this. So like, what?
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I'm doing the Yakuza games, you know. It'll be like,
come on,
hey, you just completed 10 sub-stories. You're a sub-story novice.
No!
Here's an achievement that only 3% of people have.
Finish him!
Finish. Wham on it.
Oh, so whammed. So completely whammed, and yet so few damages. I'm kind of feeling like even if we don't encounter technical issues, we might not have what we need to pull through here.
No, we have so many resources. Remember, you have like infinite money. We did like a stupid infinite money.
I have infinite money, but I don't have infinite med recovers on my person.
Look at how many larger covers you have.
It's a number. I'm not saying it's not a number.
Right.
Anyways, the electric car that I wanted was an Ioniq 5, but they're more expensive than I can afford.
Ioniq 5.
Yeah.
What is that?
The new one looks a lot cooler. The first time I saw one, I hated what it looked like so much, and then it just weirdly grew on me. Very tsundere car.
Oh, the Hyundai. Oh my God, $60,000.
60? Shit. Nah, it's not 60,000.
2023 Ioniq 5, $60,000 MSRP.
What?
Yeah.
Base?
No. I'm seeing base 50.
I thought they were like 40.
You thought wrong,
dude. What? Anyways,
look at the interior. Look at that. Oh my God.
I know it looks sick.
Fucking looks sick in there.
All of Hyundai's like electric car line has this like 1980s cyber-ish 80s future like geometric vibe to it that looks really cool. Like if someone wanted to make a DeLorean actually look cool. That's what the 2023 Ioniq 5 looks like.
Even the idea of like buying a new car, even one that was like made 7 years ago, is like outrageous to me. This is not something. Even if I could do it, I feel like even if I could like just barely get it together to afford like a 2017 car, it wouldn't be worth it.
Like as opposed to what?
A fucking 20-year-old used car.
Your Fiat's not that old. What's your Fiat?
2012.
When did you buy it?
2015. But it was used.
Well, yeah, but it was 3 years
new.
used when you bought it.
Right, so I said new.
But you said new like 2017.
Right.
Like, like a 5-year-old new car? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you can buy a new car from 2017. Yeah.
Well, I guess you can. I just didn't know that that's what you meant.
Yeah. Buying a 7-year-old used car, I think, is fine, but it would have to be an inexpensive one. You die.
Yeah.
Damn.
I Hyundai.
Do you have a thing that brings you back to life?
No.
Should you?
I don't think so.
Like I don't know. I cannot imagine ever spending more on a car than I spend on that Fiat.
There's no way you spent a lot on that Fiat. What'd you spend on it?
$15,000. That's including tax and everything, and also
sham on.
Also including interest. So the car was like $12,500, and then interest and everything else.
But haven't
was
you?
Like another
you've
$4,000.
had like, you have had times when it's like, oh, I haven't been able to drive my car for 6 months because it's broken. I have to spend like $2,000 to fix it.
Yeah.
So,
that's
but
why I would never do that
but,
again.
But let me explain, Keith. When the car's new, it usually doesn't do that.
Right, but it was so much less expensive when I was buying $1,500 25-year-old used cars, driving them until they break, and then bringing them to the junkyard. That was way, way cheaper than the Fiat. Even without factoring repair costs. Plenty of cool cars from 1992. Actually, most of them are from 1992.
Oh yeah, I mean they're getting cool again.
Very slowly. Some cars are getting cool again.
There was a time. I mean, I was born in 1990. So I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s. I basically grew up thinking 80s cars were like the ugliest things ever. Like just a whole decade where everyone designed cars with their eyes closed. And now for no reason, I just think they look cool now. I'm like, these are sick.
I've always liked those cars, and I've never liked the big round sedans from 2005 until they're still making them. These are it's Corolla Core.
The
Nissan Altimas.
That rounder. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Sorry, not round.
I thought you meant like a Ford Taurus from '95, like rounded as opposed to round. Like just big corners.
No. This is, I think, the ideal car.
It's funny now all the 90s cars to me are now in that uncanny valley spot where I hate them now. I'm no. These are so ugly. I can't believe when I was a child I thought Ford Tauruses looked okay. What was wrong with me?
To me, the 95 Ford Taurus, that is like the ideal shape for a sedan.
All right, listen.
Small.
Oh, sorry.
Look at this. Look at these.
What?
Look at that.
They're ugly.
That's great. That's
They're
a great
fucking ugly.
Car. These are not like these are the by ultimate. What I mean is I
think the episode's over because I died.
Okay.
And
what is the word when something is the best representation of
epitome? Yeah.
Okay. These are like but epitome also means the peak. I don't really mean the peak.
That's
I mean
pinnacle.
the pin. I think it's both, though.
No, epitome is like
Epitome can mean the top, but I think if you say this is the epitome, it's the epitome of '90s sedan design in a way that I like, but it is not the pinnacle, which I think is
Mercury Sables.
no, it's Honda. It's all Honda stuff.
Yeah.
But it's Honda Protege, I think. For a really, really long time, I wanted a white Honda Protege from '98.
It's funny how I forgot Honda Accords existed, and now, like, every time I saw an Accord, I thought it was a Civic, and now the new game I'm playing in my head is try to figure out what the fuck the difference is between an Accord and a Civic.
There are some years where you can't. Yeah. The Accord is worse.
Maybe it's the same. Yeah, I guess it's not the same difference between the Camry and the Corolla. Because the Camry's like supposed to be a step up from the Corolla, but the Accord is like a step down from the Civic. Anyways,
Prelude.
come back
That's what I
next
meant,
time.
not the
Hopefully we'll
Protege.
have more resources, or maybe we'll even have to get back to
Prelude is what I meant.
grinding up Andromon. We'll see. You know what? Maybe our Digimon World pros can leave an analysis in the comments. What should we do next? Should we buff up Andromon?
No, I think we should
we
keep
just
trying.
go back in with more recovery items?
Yes.
What do we
It's
do
that.
from here?
That's what it is, and we should do that now.
And I should mention, I would say, playing today in Digimon World, it went pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it was almost the same as before, but I was having a slightly harder time gripping the controller without my left pinky, which I did have to sever because we went too long before uploading another episode of Digimon World.
Yeah. And I did make sure that they did.
It's just, sorry, I know you would think I would mention it at the beginning of the episode, but it's been so long since I had to cut off my own pinky that it's like I've just lived with it.
Well, it's
now.
mostly grown back.
It's literally my everyday.
You're only a few months.
I do. I have, it's kind of like a wiggly stump, but it'll be back pretty soon.
It'll be back pretty soon. So if you ever see a picture of Kyle and it looks like they've got all, oh no, you just got a care mistake.
Yeah, he took a shit right there.
Oh no.
I go by Kyle again, by the way.
Oh yeah. And if you're just finding that out now, watch our other videos, you sickos.
Yeah, you fucking sicko.
You fucking sickos. It makes me want to vomit. When I see people who are like, finally I can watch Run Button again because they uploaded another Digimon video.
Oh, you're fucking, disgust me.
It's like
you just took a crap in my mouth.
It's like, why would you even want to say that to me?
Yeah, why would you say that?
Why would you even say
That's some shit
it?
you keep to yourself,
Yeah,
dog.
if you want to keep that rude shit in your head and in your heart, then, I can't stop you. But why would you say it? You motherfucker.
I'm always saying, we get so little feedback on YouTube as opposed to, like, if we did something, like, on a stage, that if you have a thought, say it in the comments. Just, if it's nice, though. Tell us all the nice thoughts that you had while watching this video.